It's crazy to know that I'm graduating. There was a time in my life that I didn't think I would live longer than the end of the week, much less make it to a milestone like graduating high school. Of course, I'm facing the prospect of college with the same incredulity. Freshman year was tumultuous for multiple reasons, one definitely being that I was trying to learn how to manage my depression and keep my grades up simultaneously, trying desperately to make a name for myself when everyone simply saw me as a copy of my sister who had graduated the year before. It didn't help that I'd been a gifted and talented student for almost all of my academic career. Coming into high school after being able to skate through the last several years of grade-level curriculum, I was faced with actually having to study and work hard. I didn't have many close friends, which is something that really upset 14-year-old me. In short, high school was not turning out to be what I expected. Sophomore year was a fresh breath. I had elected to do off-campus PE because my days of running around the Westchester track were decidedly over, thank you very much. For me, this entailed going out to my barn across town and training for 5 hours a week in dressage. I reveled in the instruction and the work I was doing to better myself and my horses. I won my first dressage show in a clean sweep, and knowing I had the capability to win, something I never thought I had, was a motivator for me to keep going. Even on days I couldn't drag myself out of bed to go to class with my depression, I was able to go train. I was pretty unhappy, all the same. My life wasn't turning out to be how I'd always wanted, with a massive group of friends and attention. But I did find a puppy on the side of the road late that October. My childhood dog had died the year before, but Bandit fit into my life naturally, and she's a near constant companion for me. Junior year saw the end of training dressage for school credit, and as much as dressage means to me, I don't feel like I deserve my parents paying for lessons. I still tried to get out and train though, and I won shows that season as well. Meanwhile, I was once again feeling like a hindrance socially because I always seemed to give too much of myself to people who weren't interested in giving in return. My year started out so happy, but got to a point where I was quite frankly miserable. I was 17. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be adored. But I didn't even feel like I existed most days. So I went to concerts when I could. Loud music and mosh pits reminded me that I'm alive, if only for a few short hours. But of course, reality always came crashing back. I was diagnosed with a chronic pain disorder on top of my depression and anxiety. School became extremely overwhelming. How are you supposed to keep your grades up and care about graduating when you're not even sure you should be alive? It was jarring, coming to the conclusion that I would never, ever be what I wanted. If not for the standard I hold myself to as a perfectionist, then for the mess I'd made for myself academically while being in such emotional duress. In many ways, senior year has felt like a cleanup. I've been struggling along to get out of bed in the morning. I still have to fight to find my reasons to keep going, but I have so many dreams. Not believing I'd live to 18 means now I'm faced with a future limited only by myself. My life has changed so much since I was 14. The futures I dreamed of have molded themselves into something new, monsters born out of my ambition and my obsession with adoration. I regret a lot of my actions. I regret believing that not being perfect meant that I was worthless. I regret the hours I spent miserable in my bedroom instead of trying to engage in life. I regret falling behind in class as much as I regret missing concerts. I can look back at points over the last 4 years and say, yes, this was bad. This was something that shouldn't have happened. I can't change the past, though. I still want to be adored. Having a handful of close friends instead of a veritable pack of people to be with has always been the opposite of what I wanted, because I'd grown up certain that that was the only key to happiness. I'm so fortunate for the people who hang around me, though sometimes I wonder why they'd want to, but I know that they care about me much more than a large group of acquaintances ever would. It's okay to be unsure. Even to this day, I have days where I think my body will simply give out from the stress of existing. My body hurts endlessly, and my mind is always racing with questions I'll never be able to answer. I don't know who I am. I'm not who I thought I'd be at 18. I can't stop moving, though. I have to get up off the floor and push through the hell I'm feeling. My ideals have changed over my high school career. I give more weight to my self-worth now, and I try to find the positives in negative places. It's been a rough 4 years, but I've accepted that it's okay to be whatever kind of mess I am. The people who matter will love me anyway. But I've had a lot of time to be alone, and I know I can be by myself too. I'm not who I thought I'd be, but that's okay.